Here, our goal is to determine the size of angle X. Notice that according to this chart, we can often spot co-interior angles by drawing a C shape. And so let's draw a C shape here. And so the C shape is drawn. And remember, the C shape is there to help us to identify and locate co-interior angles. Indeed, angle X and this angle whose size is 80 degrees, these are co-interior angles. What do we know about co-interior angles? Here we have G and H, which are co-interior angles. As you can see, we have the C here, and these two angles, G and H, are co-interior angles. And it says here that G plus H equals to 180 degrees, which means that co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. And so, since X and this angle are co-interior angles, that means that they must add up to 180 degrees. And so, in order to determine the size of angle X, what we're going to do is we're going to subtract. We're going to say 180 minus 80 degrees. And 180 minus 80 is going to be 100 degrees. And so that means that the size of angle X is 100 degrees. Next, our goal is to determine the size of angle Y. Notice that we have drawn a Z shape. Notice that we have drawn a Z shape. Now, what does a Z shape help us to indicate? Here, the chart says we can often spot interior alternate angles by drawing a Z shape. So the Z shape helps us to identify alternate interior angles, or just simply alternate angles. And so here, the alternate angles are 30 degrees and Y. So these are alternate angles. What do we know about alternate angles? Well, from this diagram, we have here A, this is A, and this is also A. And so what does that mean? That means that for alternate angles, they are equal because this angle is equal to this angle. And so that means that alternate angles are equal in measure. And so that means that if this is 30 degrees and this is Y, and they are alternate angles, that means that the size of angle Y is 30 degrees. Next, our goal is to determine angle Z. We need to determine or figure out the size of angle Z. Here, we have the geometrical rule that states that vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. Here, B is vertically opposite to B, and so they are equal. So this is B and this is B, and so these are equal right here. And here, A is vertically opposite to this angle, and they are equal. All right, so if this is A, this must be A, and if this is B, this must be B because they are identical, they are equal. And so if we look at angle Z, we need to determine what is the value of angle Z. Notice that angle Z is right here, and angle Z is vertically opposite to this angle whose size is 80 degrees. And so these two angles are vertically opposite angles. Now we know that vertically opposite angles are equal, and so that means that Z is equal to 80 degrees. And so the size of angle Z is 80 degrees. How do we know? Because vertically opposite angles are equal to each other.